our women and the role of women. And I believe it's the duty of my humble self to just speak about a few things. I want to first acknowledge all our women in the house. Without women, there can be no one. And I guess that's why sometimes we hear the saying, necessity is the mother of invention. We never hear it's the father or the brother or the cousin or the uncle. It's always the mother, because it's mothers that birth ideas, mothers that birth human beings. And therefore, Mushibao, Bubu, Enye, Arabremi, Tewambi, Legbomi, Labromi, Ni Ojubami, Mokin. Our role is very, very important. The role of women in any society is very important. When we go back to Biaon Baba, Washin, Shelaya, Tijata, Yawa, I'm a granddaughter of a king, so I have a little knowledge about how things used to be run during the times of our ancestors, our forefathers, and our mothers before us. Even when there is a setup of the king and his people, in other words, and his 7 chiefs. And we know that out of those chieftains, one of them is always a woman, the Iyalode. So we'll have the Balogun, the Otun, the Osi, and everybody. And whenever there are meetings in the palace, they cannot ratify anything if Iyalode is not sitting. Sometimes when we even watch some of our Nollywood films, you will see them replay those things, highlighting the importance of women. Magboti Obayamani, Iyalode Simbio, Udavenpe, Amatunpe, Ipade, Tijo Meta, Toripe Kini, Awon Yawa Niyo. In other words, they gave so much reverence to mothers, to women. During the times of the Yoruba ancestors, there was nothing called rape. There was nothing called, women carrying placards asking for their empowerment. You know why? We were already empowered, and we knew we were empowered. Our women knew that they were empowered. Our men knew that their women were empowered. And I think we also carried that further on to even when our parents had us, whereby, the father will say, okay, you want this kind of thing, you want me to do this. Shotiba mama so. Kini mommy so nikpai. Basically just giving reverence to the mother of the house or to the, to the women in society. So we cannot overkill the importance of women. Women are nurturers. Women are carers. Women are the ones that keep a family together. And when I say family, by extension, the community and the nation. Women are the ones that would not sleep because she is worried about the welfare of her children, of her husband, of her family. And therefore, one of the things that we want the Yoruba World Congress to showcase in leadership is the importance of women and the female child. Likewise, women also know that without men beside us, behind us, there's not much we can achieve as a female species. Whenever I go to speak, I also say, you want to know the true character of any male child or man, show me the women in his life. In other words, who was his grandma? His mother, his wife, his sisters, his female cousins, his daughter, his nieces, his girlfriend, his mistress, his side chick. I'm sure a lot of you will probably smile. Whether we like it or not, all these females exist in the life of the male from when he's a child till he becomes a man. So sometimes we look around the world and we're not very pleased with the kind of leaders we have. So I always ask the question, all those females in that particular bad leader's life, what role do they play? So in as much as we are saying, yes, as women, we must be recognized. Yes, we have our own empowerment. Yes, we have our own role. We also need to challenge ourselves. What are we doing to enhance the moving forward and the success and the development and growth of our people, of ourselves as women, of our daughters, who will also one day become women and mothers, of our sons? What are we creating boys that would eventually become monsters, become rapists, become oppressors? I don't think so. That is not the Yoruba way. The Yoruba that we know are the Yorubas that are mindful of every being. Yorùbá ní takọtabo lọ́lọ́run dá ẹ̀dá. A máa ń gbọ́ tí ó dà ń pa àwọn bíi Ebenezer Obey pàápàá wọn fi kọrin tán ní nígbà tí Ọlọ́run dá ọkùnrin àtobìnrin tó ṣètò ìgbéyàwó. Ó ní ìrànlọ́wọ́ ni ká jẹ́ olùrànlọ́wọ́ ni ká jẹ́ fúnra wa. In other words, we're each other's helpers. So no man can complete any woman, and no woman can complete any man. What we do is we complement each other. And I cannot but emphasize this very important aspect of the role of women. We complement our men, and our men complement us. And once that complement is mutually understood and agreed and embraced, there is no way the Yoruba nation flag will not be flying at high mast. People will continue to revert to us when they want to check out how values are carried, ethics, etiquette, social interaction. Those are all the things that we have as Yoruba. I'm first and foremost a child of the Yoruba nation. Then I am a woman. And that is the way we need to look at it. And together, it is unbelievable what we can be able to achieve and accomplish. So the women aspect of the Yoruba World Congress is simply to carry out all those things I've just said. You know, we don't have to put rule 1, rule 2, rule 3. These are things that we know and that we must embrace. And we must pass on those same values to our children, both male and female, sons and daughters. And we must also extend it to our husbands, our fathers, our uncles, our brothers, our sons, boyfriends, and what have you, because we still have young people who are just dating, so they're not married yet. But the values must be very, very high up in our agenda as Yoruba nation and as members of the Yoruba World Congress. Another thing that I believe we must do as women is we must from time to time exercise what is called patience. I know our men would always say, or men generally across the world will always say, you know, women have the habit of fighting. But you know what? A woman only fights for what she believes in. A woman would only fight to uphold her family, uphold her home, uphold her nation. And therefore, we're not carrying guns or knives to go into any kind of battle whatsoever. The fight we have from within is an emotional kind of fight to ensure that our foundation is solid, to ensure that all those values and ethics and etiquette and our tradition and our culture, our good manners, that we carry it on because we are those custodians of those ancient values that we have as Yoruba. I would be working with every woman that is a member of the Yoruba nation even though we're going to start breaking down departments. But even though we break down departments, we still have that main umbrella where we'll be working together. I'd love our women to please contact the Secretariat. If you have any areas of expertise, any areas of your strength that you know, please let us know so that we will be able to know in what department to fit each one is. In other words, everybody has a role to play. Every one of us has something to contribute. Every one of us has our own know-how, as I said. And sometimes you can even bring in your professional qualifications to help us to ensure that the Yoruba World Congress and the Yoruba nation continues to grow. We're not talking about only women from the Yoruba nation of the contraption called Nigeria. It's for Yoruba women across the globe. Yoruba Bojantirere Alokaka Kirini. I've met Yoruba women in my travels who might not be able to speak Yoruba like we do, but they know that they are indeed Yoruba. They have the Yoruba DNA in them. We have Yoruba women across the Caribbean. We have them in South America, in the Americas, here in the UK, in Europe, in Cuba, and so on and so forth. So it is my pleasure to meet each and every one of you, even though it's via Zoom, but that's the only thing that we have now. I give you all my utmost greetings and respect. I believe each and every one of us is important. And I just stretch out my hand of fellowship so that I will be able to link up with each and every one of you. I thank you all. I bless you. And I bless this day that God has enabled us all to be a part of this great movement. Ajúṣe fún wa o, Olódùmarè á fún wa ṣe, kò ní rẹ̀ wá. A máa rí bá ti ṣe, a máa rọ́nà gbégbà. Gbogbo wa la máa jèrè àwọn ọmọ wa. Iṣẹ́ tá a dẹ̀ kò sí iṣẹ́ gbogbo wa ni. Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ fún wa ṣe. Tí ẹ pé àwa pàápàá à lè máa fọwọ́ sọ̀yà pé ọmọ Yorùbá rere ni wá, obìnrin Yorùbá àtàtà sì la jẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa jẹ́ fún wa títí dọjọ́ alẹ́ wa. Ẹ ṣeun, mo dúpẹ́. God bless you. Yes, sirs. Thank you so much, Mr. TJ, for announcing our patrons and matrons. I must say that I only noticed 2 women. In fact, the second woman was standing in for her husband, because I do know that Uluri Eko is a formidable woman in her own right that can actually stand for herself. But that is my personal opinion, because she's my sister and a fellow woman. But be that said as it may, we thank all our fathers, our brothers, and our mothers that have been named as both patrons and matrons. And we warmly, let's all please warmly welcome them aboard the Yoruba World Congress patronship platform. Thank you indeed, and for even creating the time to be with us is most important, because it's one thing to be nominated to be something or to play a role. It's another thing to actually, create the time to be with us. I want to say a very big thank you personally to all the lovely messages and the comments that everybody has posted in the group chat. I'm very, very honored, very humble. And I know without a shadow of doubt that each and every one of us as Yorubas are God's highest form of creation. And I'll say that again. You and I, as Yoruba nation, are one of God's highest forms of creation. Gbogbo nǹkan tí a need ni Ọlọ́run ti fún wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí Yorùbá nínú ìṣẹ̀ṣe wa ni o, nínú culture ni o, nínú tradition ni, nínú bá ti ṣe ń fi ìfẹ́ bára wa lò pọ̀ ni. Díẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀ ó dà ń pé asọ́nù nínú ìrìn àjò yìí. Ṣùgbọ́n a mọ̀ pé téèyàn bá ń sáré ńgbà míì èèyàn lè ṣubú. Ṣùgbọ́n a gbọ́dọ̀ jókòó síbi tá a ṣubú sí. A gbọ́dọ̀ dìde ni, ká tún gbọ́nra wa ni, ká ṣe bí akọni, ká ṣe bí obìnrin, ká ṣe bí ọkùnrin, ká tún tẹsẹ̀ mọ́ ìrìn àjò náà ni. A dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ilẹ̀ ìlérí níbi tá à ń lọ, the promised land. And that promised land is indeed the Yoruba nation. I believe we all see that picture, in our mind's eye. It's a beautiful picture to behold when you close your eyes and just see the Yoruba nation come into full flesh, come into manifestation. A lot of people don't even know, some do, but many people don't know, that the highest casualty of the slave trade was the Yoruba nation. About 80-something% ní àwọn tó kó lẹ́rú. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kó ẹrú kúrò ní Africa ní 20th of August, 1619. The first set of people were taken from the west coast of Africa. So Ghana, Benin, Togo, Nigeria. Ní ayé John Kerry, Yoruba ó across ni. We had our Yoruba Empire, which was the Oyo Empire. So a bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti the Kanuri Empire, àforí sọ the Songhai Empire. That's towards Mali. So ẹ lè mọ bá a ṣe tó. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀ ni wọ́n kó lẹ́rú láyé John. Àwọn míì sọ pé àwọn èèyàn wọn náà ta àwọn èèyàn wọn, àwọn ọba náà ta àwọn ẹrú. Well, whichever way we look at it, the most important thing now is we want to come together, because when a house is divided, that house can never stand. And àwọn tí wọ́n wá digunjalè bá wa láyé ìgbà wọn tó wá kó àwọn èèyàn wa lẹ́rú, wọ́n mọ ohun tó ń ṣe. A lot of people don't even know that the Yoruba people were already traders, already traveling across the world before slavery, as in the international slave trade. Àwọn bàbá wa láyé ìjọ́un á ní ẹrú, ṣùgbọ́n ẹ máa ń gbọ́ tí Yorùbá máa ń sọ pé bá a ṣe bẹ́rù la ṣe bọ́mọ. Yorùbá kì í ṣe ẹrú bí wọ́n ṣe ṣe àwọn èèyàn wa, bí àwọn aláwọ̀ funfun ṣe ṣe àwọn èèyàn. Yorùbá kì í ṣe ẹrú bẹ́ẹ̀. Ká lò wọ́n lálòpá abẹ́ni pé wọn kì í ṣe ẹ̀dá, abẹ́ni pé wọn kì í ṣe èèyàn. Yorùbá ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Kódà tán bá kí Ifá débẹ̀ pàápàá, Ifá gan máa ń sọ fún wa wípé bá a ṣe bẹ̀rù la ṣe bọ́mọ. Many things ni ó ṣẹlẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n a mọ̀ pé iyán ti di àtúngún, ọbẹ̀ ti di àtúnṣe. My late father would say we have to bring the ancient knowledge of our ancestors to the present know-how and experiences that we have today. Together, those two will forge us ahead into a future that will be better, to bring about a better quality of life, not only for ourselves, but for our children and the coming generation of the Yoruba nation. Nítorí náà kò sí àwọn nǹkan tó ti kọjá, a lè dá gbogbo ẹ̀ nù. A gbọ́ tí arákùnrin wa tó represent àwọn youth tó sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan, ó ní a lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa tó ti lọ. Torí àwọn nǹkan míì wà tí a ti ṣe tó dàbí àṣìṣe. Èèyàn dẹ̀ máa ń kọ́gbọ́n ni. We learn from our past mistakes so that we do not repeat those same things. But we are also a very formidable people. Some 12 years ago, I had the opportunity to interview Ikú Bàbá Yèyé Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́ when he was 70. And I had a live interview with him on my talk show. I once saw Yoruba, and we all know that he's a versatile historian. I once saw Yoruba. Wọ́n wá ní ṣé kò yé àwa ọmọ Yorùbá ni wípé in tí Ọlọ́run fi sínú DNA wa kò ṣeé parẹ́. àwọn tí wọ́n ń wò wá gan wọ́n mọ̀ ń ta ní ju àwa gan lọ. Gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n lè jí ni wọ́n jí, ṣùgbọ́n wọn ò lè jí DNA wa, yẹn ò ṣeé jí. Torí inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ nìyẹn wà. Bọ́lọ́run ṣe ṣẹ̀dá wa nìyẹn, bó ṣe create wa lórí his blueprint nìyẹn. Wọ́n tá bá wo history Yorùbá, gbogbo ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa, all the slave trade, the international slave trade that is even till now, it's very disheartening when we think about it. Àti ẹ̀ lè ronú tí àwọn èèyàn yẹn go through, a kàn ń kà nínú ìwé ni, àbí àwọn tó ń sọ stories. But as human beings, gbogbo bàbá jára lè kan náà àmọ́ bó ṣe painful. So I imagine the dehumanization of the people from Africa, especially the Yoruba nation, the Yoruba people. Àwa lápọ̀jù. Òun la ṣe máa rí Yorùbá tá bá lọ sí Venezuela, Chile, Brazil, Cuba. Àwọn wọn funfun, wọn rí dúdú báyìí. Irun wọn blonde, ojú wọn blue. Àmọ́ Yorùbá ni wọ́n. Yoruba is a state of being. Yoruba is more than a religion. It's a way of life. It's who you are. Bí tàwọn Jew. Ẹ máa gbọ́ tó máa ń sọ pé every Israelite is not a Jew.
1 minute.
Every Israelite is not a Jew.
1 minute.
Being a Jew is a way of life. It's who you are.
1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Don't say anything yet. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Bá a ṣe wà nìyẹn. So nígbà tí mo interview Aláàfin tán sọ ni pé a ń láti mọ iyì ara wa. Not in an arrogant way, but in an appreciative way. Ká mọ̀ kí la jẹ́ gan, kí tiẹ̀ ni mí, kí ni Yorùbá, kí ni mo jẹ́ gan as ọkùnrin Yorùbá, ta ni mí as obìnrin Yorùbá, as ọmọdé Yorùbá, kí ni role mi. A ń láti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bí ara wa, ká lè ṣí ara wa ní ìyè padà, ká lè rántí ẹni tá a jẹ́. Yorùbá ní rántí ọmọ ẹni tí wọ́n ń ṣe. A gbọ́dọ̀ rántí ọmọ ẹni tá à ń ṣe, ọmọ Oòduà tí gbogbo wa jẹ́. Àwọn n tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn kò ń ṣe tó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ká jókòó pa, ká má rìn mọ́, àbí ká má sa eré tá fẹ́ sá mọ́. Tá bá wo history Yorùbá gẹ́gẹ́ bí Aláàfin ṣe sọ fún mi, wọ́n ní in the whole world, there are some particular cultures that cannot be erased. Yoruba is one of them. Kò sí ìyà tí wọ́n fi jẹ Yorùbá. Tá bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé à ń sọ̀rọ̀ about the international slave trade. Wọ́n ní but Yoruba is like an entity, is an institution on its own. And Yoruba had a way of, we extricated ourselves from all the pileup of the oppression, the slavery, the and everything. Yoruba ma yoshani. And that is why everywhere you go in the world, you will see Yoruba. Ṣé aṣọ tá ń wọ̀ ni? Ṣé èdè wa ni? Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló ń kọ́ èdè Yorùbá. Ṣé oúnjẹ wa ni? Ṣé music wa ni? Ṣé bá ṣe ń tiẹ̀ ń ṣe ni? Ìhùwàsí wa, bá ṣe ń bára wa sọ̀rọ̀. Nítorí náà ni èmi kàn fẹ́ gbà wá níyànjú, ẹ̀yin bàbá mi, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ẹ̀yin àbúrò mi, ẹ̀yin ọmọ mi, ẹ̀yin ojúgbà mi, pé ká rántí ẹni tá a jẹ́. Ìyẹn ló máa fún wa ní fuel yẹn ní gbogbo ìgbà. We know who we are. We totally understand where we're coming from. We get the picture of where we're going. And even a journey of 1,000 years starts with just one footstep. Kò sí ìgbà tí a máa ro ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá tí omi náà ò ní kan wá. Nítorí pé àwọn nǹkan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ni. But gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, we cannot sit where we fell down. We have to get up, dust ourselves down, and keep putting our feet one after the other until we reach that promised land. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀gbẹ́ni TJ sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan, èmi ti ń bá àwọn èèyàn wa ní the Caribbean, àwọn the original diaspora nìyẹn. Diaspora is just a description of people who have been dispersed from their original place. So àwọn Yorùbá tí àwọn descendants àwọn tó kú lẹ́rú yẹn lámọ̀ kan tó fọ́n káàkiri. Àwa tá a wá gbé ìlú òyìnbó bóyá àwọn parents wa bí wọn mú wa bí àbá wa kàwé níbí àbá kan decide láti kúrò ní the place called Nigeria láti wá gbé bí. I think we're second degree diasporans. So together we all form that big Yoruba diaspora. And we need each other. Àwọn tó wà Nigeria wọ́n máa ṣe ìbátan lè ṣe. But àwa tá wà outside Nigeria, àwa la rí ibi la rí ọ̀hún. So we have a better knowledge and a better understanding and a better capture of the global view of what Yoruba is and what Yoruba must be and will be. One of the things that I learned from being a follower of the great Pan-Africanist, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, and I think I'll wrap up with that. He said, a people without knowledge of who they are, of their history, and from whence they came, are like a tree without roots. And the first time I read that, I read it again and again. And in my mind, I said, a tree that doesn't have roots will surely die. But can Yoruba die? We can never die. And we must never die. So our roots, we are the roots. Awata Abwa Lati, Nigeria, that southwest part of Nigeria, our Gongoni roots. Because Opolopo Nwalamo, Ibiton Saint grandfather was me no about on papa. Great grandfather wa. Ita mogon am around to man always be bye no sing babasi, be bye no sing mamasi. I want to one diaspora yen. Tobati koja grandfather. That's it. Anything after that, slavery ni no mama ri. So ohun láti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, ohun láti so mọ́ Yorùbá. Àwọn tí wọ́n ti identify pé Yorùbá làwọn ni mò ń sọ, because gbogbo wọn kọ́ ni Yorùbá, but a high percentage of them know that they are Yoruba. So we also have to be welcoming and embracing and prepare the ground for them. Gbogbo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lágbàáyé post the pandemic, gbogbo the racist things, tó bá jẹ́ pé à ń ti ní Yorùbá nation ni, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn ò tiẹ̀ ní rọlẹ́ méjì, wọ́n máa gbé bags wọn ni. Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n wo iwájú yẹn báyìí pé iwájú tó ń jẹ́ America yìí, tó ń jẹ́ Britain ni, iwájú bí yóò bọ̀ sí. But wọ́n wo ẹ̀yìn náà pé okay, Africa kan tiẹ̀ ní àwọn baba ńlá wa àtàwọn ìyá ńlá wa ti wá. Wọ́n wò wọ́n rí pé àìtí wà prepared fáwọn. Because àwa tá wà ní diaspora, jointly, we are the ones that can make this dream, this vision. We are the ones. The ones at home, they will try their best. You know, we see what Prof has also done with the great team out there. They can only try their best. Sadly, they are caged in that place called Nigeria, you know, which was no fault of anybody. That's what the British decided to do. But now we are wiser. The knowledge of our ancient ancestors. We bring it to par with the experiences that we have today in 2020. And together we will march forward to the promised land, the Yoruba nation. And the platform that is able to do that is the Yoruba World Congress. God bless you all. It's a beautiful journey, and we're going to enjoy every step of that trip by the special grace of Olodumare. Ẹ ṣeun, mo dúpẹ́.